Breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Residents in upscale neighborhoods of Baltimore have been under siege for weeks, as bands of teens often armed with bats and sticks have targeted them in a series of robberies and beatings. The wave of juvenile crime began around Halloween, but has continued in isolated incidents since then, with groups of teens singling out lone victims, beating and robbing them. Violence from Baltimore teen gangs is not new. For Halloween this year, some popular business areas in Baltimore had stores close early on Halloween, after gangs of teens committed random attacks on shoppers last year. The move seems to have caused the teens to move to other areas of the city, as affluent Baltimore districts including Canton, Homeland, the Inner Harbor, and Federal Hill all saw attacks on individuals by teens armed with baseball bats and woodboards. Police believe all of the robberies and attacks in Federal Hill are related. Police say the gang of 10-15 juveniles in all the attacks share the same description, but failed to provide race or even gender to the press. In an interview with Bull, an unidentified woman who was a victim of one of the Baltimore teen gang attacks described how 10 teens, mostly girls, beat her with boards and sticks before robbing her. She was one of 8 people victimized in at least 4 incidents on Halloween. A passing stranger stopped the assault and chased the teens away. "I feel lucky to be alive. It could have been a lot worse," she said. Here is video of her interview with Bull. This weekend, authorities arrested 2 teenagers in connection to several robberies in Federal Hill similar to the rash of crimes committed by the thugs. Cops, however, were surprised to find, like the previous attack, teenage girls were responsible. City police said officers were called around 8:30 p.m. Saturday to the 900 block of South Hanover Street, where a woman said she was sitting in her car when a group of juveniles robbed her of her cell phone and money. A short time later, police said officers arrested a 16-year-old girl and a 17-year-old girl. Both were taken to the Baltimore City Juvenile Justice Center. A Baltimore City councilman said the arrests highlight a troubling trend. "These are serious incidents. They're robberies, and I'm very frustrated. The behavior is unacceptable and there needs to be consequences for it," Costello said. The arrests come on the heels of a rash of robberies and assaults that happened in Canton, Homeland, and near the Inner Harbor on Halloween night. That same night, police said a group of teens used baseball bats and woodboards to beat people during robberies in Federal Hill. Police have not said if the teenage girls arrested Saturday may have been involved in the other robberies. In this case, those arrested were not identified, because they were juveniles. Here is coverage of the attacks from Bull in Baltimore. Here is coverage of the arrest of the 2 teenage girls. Please post your thoughts on the Baltimore teen attacks in the comment section below. In addition, share this on social media.